Happiness isn't the absence of problems. It's the ability to deal with them. Hey there, how's it going, you guys? Thanks for joining me for another episode of Bitcoin and Coffee. I'll be your host, Eugene Forrest. So, what we got going on today with these crazy cryptocurrency markets? Getting closer to 50K, right? Could we see a little bit of a breakdown? Who knows? Who cares? Bitcoin is volatile. It is crazy. The fact that we're here where we are today means that you should be investing. And that's the news that's all over the place. Is you still get the FUD going. You still get the people saying, oh, the Bitcoin could be too high, this and that. But the evidence is as clear as day, right? Bitcoin has a place in the future. Everybody is finding Bitcoin valuable. Is it still extremely early days? Yes. Could you make a lot of money off of it? Yes. But that's not really the point. The point is that people are starting to realize there's something wrong with the traditional fiat system. Yes, don't go jump all ahead first in and everything you got into Bitcoin, because we all got to pay rent. We all got bills to pay. But you know who doesn't have bills to pay? The entities, the hedge funds, the corporations, Tesla. But on a side note, we're in the bus, you guys, right? And you know who's here hanging out with me is my wonderful and beautiful, as always, co-host, Sammy.
Good afternoon, everyone.
So how you doing over there, Samantha?
Pretty good. I thought you were leading into the who doesn't have to pay bills, my lovely co-host, Sammy.
So let us know how the sound is. Let us know what the picture looks like. Let us know all that kind of stuff, because we're working out the details of it right now. We were getting ready to go out there and do a show like we normally do, and it started sprinkling, and I was like, let's just push forward, right? Let's just, hey, bring all the wires, stretch it through the house the other way. Let's hook up the computer in the bus, and let's start working this out, right? Because like I said, the reverse went out on the bus. It's been sitting here for a minute. I figured this is a great motivational way to get me in the bus more, to work on it more, because there's going to be a wonderful day where I retire with all that Bitcoin, and I'm just paying rent in the form of diesel, right?
Truth Monster is that the party bus.
It is the party bus.
Truth, it is the bus. It is the great, great bus. I mean, right now it is keeping us dry. So, touche, brother, touche.
Yeah, can you guys tell that it's like downpouring? Or
you can kind of see that all of the windowsills in the background of you is all drippy. I don't know if it's, I don't know. We're going to find out what the sound sounds like in the bus, and also.
All right. And also, here's the test difference. This is with the door shut. And this is with the door open. So that when we go back and check the video, we can hear the difference.
Which one do you guys like better? All right.
All right. So, besides all that regular video stuff and YouTube crap, Bitcoin, Samantha, 50K. It's getting there.
It is.
What are you thinking about this? I mean, do you think that we need to change our dollar cost averaging process? Do you think that we need to stop buying Bitcoin because it's getting near that blow off top again? Do you think that we need to double down and start buying more, because the race is about to be on, right? We've seen statistics the other day talking about how only 0.46% of the entire population own any Bitcoin.
Yeah, that's like nothing. Like nothing.
And then when you start talking about the percentage of people of that own over 0.1 Bitcoin, it gets even smaller. I mean, it gives me some hope.
I think that this is not the time to change your strategy. It's very easy to think that you're missing out, or to think that you need to accumulate more, or to think that you need to change your habits. But I mean, I don't know, because that's usually how they get you. So, I mean, I think we have actually upped our dollar cost averaging just a little. So, I mean, we're following the trends, okay?
Yeah, I think we upped our dollar cost averaging a little bit too when we started seeing that jump from 20 to 40,000 and, slid back down, it seemed like it lit the fire again a little bit to let us know that you are on the right path. And, now that we've seen Tesla buy so much, and, we have the show, give myself a pat on the back, because it does help give you that clarification that all of this time, all of the stuff you've been thinking and I've been out here yammering on about is real. It's true. It's another one of those flags, a green flag this time, to let you know that the situation is well.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, thunder.
Yeah, okay.
Hey, well, I mean, this is great. This is a wonderful test. Let us know. Now we'll be able to figure everything out to make the situations perfect so that we can continue to keep going, because just like Bitcoin's not going anywhere, we're not going anywhere, right, Samantha? We've been here a hot minute.
It has been a hot minute. Oh, yeah. All right.
We're going to continue to keep getting out here.
Satoshi James is here.
We got to push the camera back a little bit, though. It feels like you guys are like...
I know, like maybe a little bit of both. But see if you OG...
I don't know. When I look over here at it, it looks all right. I feels kind of weird having it so in my face.
Right in the face. I know.
It's like, don't kiss me, guys.
Satoshi James says no coin still won't listen. They won't. I know. Zaza is here. He says party, and he also says it sounds about the same with the door open or closed.
Okay.
So that's something. Okay.
For us, for breeze, comfort, things like that.
Yeah.
Because in the summer, it's going to be kind of stuffy.
It could be. I mean, we have a roof sealant that's supposed to like make it less, but we did it at the end of summer, so we don't really know how much it'll make it less.
I don't know. I mean, personally, now that the impeachment's over and everything, I don't remember if they're going on break or not now, but it's like $1,400 stimulus checks are happening, it seems like, right, Samantha? And, I'm sitting here and it's like, yes, just in time, because this bus needs a new transmission rebuild. And, right? Put it together and get me where I'm going. That's awesome. It sounds like a good investment for me and you to like take our money and make that happen. Buying more Bitcoin for somebody that hasn't bought Bitcoin. I mean, hopefully their eyes were opened with Tesla. Hopefully they can take the free money. We seen the Twitter feed where it showed where if you invested the 1,200, where you would be today.
Right. So, like, I don't know, right? Do you think that people are going to take their $1,400 stimulus or whatever and buy some Bitcoin? Figure out how to work Coinbase?
I don't know. It's a complicated decision and process, because I've started to realize that money and centering yourself, right? Like understanding who you are and why you do the things you do, they kind of go hand in hand. If you don't understand why you spend money the way you spend money and on the things that you spend money on, you're never really going to get a grasp on how to manage it and collect it and direct it into the right avenues to make your life go into a situation of creating more money.
Chelsea says the normies are going to take their stimulus and buy Doge.
Yeah, I mean, I don't understand why everybody is still going on about Doge. I mean, what's the new news is that they're going to try to do some upgrades to it, right? I mean, that's great. There's lots of currencies out there that are trying to do upgrades and make the next best thing and more transactions and more security and less fees and all of this. But what makes Bitcoin is the decentralized nature. I mean, that's why there was a problem, right? There was a problem with the fiat system, and Satoshi Nakamoto came in and solved the problem and then tried to find a best way to distribute it to the people, right? Who wants to get involved? How do you want to make this happen? Giving everybody that was anyone an equal opportunity to get involved if they started wanting to opt out of the traditional fiat system. People complain about the people in the beginning, having such a great opportunity and so many coins. I mean, most of them didn't keep them, right? Yes. That's the problem is, yeah, you may have been in Bitcoin, 8 years ago when there was a big hype in it last time. And a lot of people got involved and, they were $1 and under $1 and always people point to those videos, but everyone got out of it. They didn't stick around. It was the next set of people that kept getting in. It's been hard. I mean, we do not have Bitcoin like we had Bitcoin in the beginning, Samantha.
No, we don't. And I mean, I'm sure that there's most of us don't, like, for real. I mean, and it's the same as the guy who did the pizzas, this who did that, and the guy who, I mean, okay. If they didn't do what they did then, even though they are dumbasses to us now in the sense of that they could have been multi-billionaires, I mean, we wouldn't be where we are. You have to learn from your mistakes, and you can't ever go back. So yes, we are never going to have the same amount of Bitcoin probably as we had when we bought it at $700.
I don't know. It seems like one of the biggest tricks in the whole space was I came to Bitcoin thinking that I was going to generate money out of it.
Yeah.
To pay my bills, to make me better off. And it's like that was the biggest, scam of all, that I came to it with the wrong mindset. It's that Bitcoin is not here for me to make more US dollars. It is a way for me to be able to be the little guy and still invest to be able to have a great future. We watched videos the other day, and some of them were like, how do you invest your first $1,000, right? And you can't go buy property with $1,000 and get renters and all of this other stuff. You can go to the apps and get stocks, which is what the videos were pointing us to, and then talking about risk and the S&P 500. And it was like, I looked at it and it's like, well, we know better. We know the best is to invest in Bitcoin and crypto. And it's like, this is what the goal is it's to give everybody the opportunity to invest as little or as much as they have in a way to have a better future.
All right. Ooh, where are we at? MS Biddy. Mike, he's here. All right.
Mike, I'm glad that you could join us. I appreciate it when you guys get it out here. Remember, hitting the thumbs up, sharing this video out. It helps get more people out here. Let us know what you guys are thinking about the whole bus situation, the sound, the video. It's a little bit different of a setup. Trying it out for a minute here. Of course, we'd love to make this the new studio. It'll do things for me mentally to focus more on the bus because it has taken a backseat and it never should.
Ooh, he said he got his sister, his nephew, and his brother-in-law to buy 3 Bitcoin. What?
Nice.
They just left his house. They just did it. This is like, I like it. I like it when you get people. Listen, I have tried so hard to get people to actually find interest and find. And so far, our friend Kristen and her husband and her sister and brother-in-laws are the only people that seem to actually care at all. And there's been quite a few people that we have all talked to on the regular, on the norm.
Yeah, I mean, we found that we don't like to give our own Bitcoin out to people because the whole idea of people getting uninterested and losing wallets and private keys, you do need third-party custodian when someone first gets involved. I found is the best because I hate the ideal of throwing crypto to the ether to never be found again. And then the fact that we all hate Coinbase as long as we've been here long enough to know what's what. But Coinbase does have onboarding down. You can get someone a Coinbase account when they're at your house. You can do all those little quizzes in like 25, 30 minutes, and they're holding $40, $50 worth of crypto and all different kinds. You can either help them convert it all to Bitcoin real quick or leave it how it is and just push them in the pool. Let them start swimming a bit.
Baby, I'm in. Just poof.
I mean, you can't take their hand the whole way because then when something bad happens, they're going to come back to you. They're going to be like, oh, I invested all of this and Bitcoin went down 15%. I'm underwater and I got bills to pay. Kind of just have to show them the door or show them the water and let them do what they're going to do because it's a personal journey to gain monetary sovereignty.
Our Raptorman is here. Silent Lamb is here. UK Bitcoin Master.
Awesome, UK. I'm glad that you made it, Brian. I was wondering if you were. I was hoping it was early enough.
Yes, he said that, yes, we're on at a good time. Yes.
Whenever I get out here and it's not the 6:30 time slot, you are the first person I think about. I'm like, well, at least Brian will be able to make it out here. I love it when I can do a show. You're such a good fan. You're always watching. You're always commenting down below. And it means a lot to me and Samantha, for all of you regulars. That's why we're kind of out here on Valentine's Day. I was going to do it last night, and Samantha's like, well, I said Valentine's Day. And I was like, well, we do love you guys, right?
Yes, you're our Valentine.
You guys are our Valentines. I mean, we are passionate about Bitcoin and crypto. It did a lot for us. It gave us hope in life where we thought we might have not had any, right? We both kind of came from poor and didn't really figure that we were going to be millionaires or anything like that. And it's just started being soul sucking and dream crushing, right?
When you come from, I don't know, not awesome and not stable environments, it is hard to be like, yes, I mean, for real. So that is, oh, falling off your face? Nice.
It is. Well, I got those holes in it, so.
You mean the fish hooks? Yeah. All right, where are we at? All right, so Brian is feeling a little bit better, but he's still waiting tests. And so Mike is walking a little bit more.
All right, Mike. I'm glad that you're walking.
So
I'm glad that you're feeling better, Brian. I hope those tests come back with some positive answers for you to figure out what's going on.
As I said, Brian has an awesome nurse. I mean, yes.
So, Canadian ETF, right, Sammy?
Oh.
I don't know. I mean, I think it's a way that they're trying to be able to market it to the U.S. people, the way that they're pricing it. And what are they, Canadian dollars? Is it just Canadian dollars? Right, Canadian dollars and then U.S. dollars.
I'm so ignorant right now. I think it's just Canadian dollars.
I know. It's been a long time since I've been in Canada.
I know. You live right across, like, the border.
But, yeah, I mean, we're going to see an ETF. This is going to happen. I mean, as we have more companies and entities out there wanting to put Bitcoin on the books and all of these other things, and everybody is starting to find it to be a real asset this year. Yes, ETF in the pipelines this year, next year, the year after, but for sure, you know, first mover here, Canadian, trying to get at it. It'll have its spotlight, right? It's having a spotlight right now, but it's going to be short-lived. Eventually, there will be a U.S. ETF.
Yeah, I mean, you got to think as a country or a nation or whatever. It's got to be a little bit, you know, like, do you want to be the first one jumping into whatever it is? Whatever it is. Do you want to be the first one? So, okay, kudos. But, yeah, I mean, I'm sure we'll follow, like, behind, right after. Coattails.
So, I got Miami paying employees.
Okay, well, that's a little bit closer to home.
Yeah, that is. I mean, we are like the opposite ends of the state, and it takes like 6 hours or something.
Like 600 miles. It's fine.
It's a positive. I mean, we've already heard Miami talking about wanting to put Bitcoin on their books and being crypto friendly. This is the second to Wyoming.
Yeah, because that's the one that has like the most
crypto-friendly regulations.
Yeah.
I don't know. I like the fact that they're offering to pay employees because, right, if I was actually working for somewhere, taking a percentage of my pay in Bitcoin.
Yeah, I mean, yes, I would definitely check that box in the hiring part or whatever. You know, when you're filling out your saying, yes, I would like a percentage.
Yeah, 5% of my paycheck, every single paycheck to go to Bitcoin. But, I mean, this is just being progressive. Hopefully, this is something we continue to see from other people. Hopefully, these are the things that catch on, right? Because it is a way to you know what I mean? The random guy that's working for Miami that somehow gets interested and checks that box and collects a little Bitcoin, does good things for him, and other people around him see it.
Oh, you mean Omar before he became crypto? Like, yes, that kind of, I am a waiter and I check the box and that I would like.
Yes.
I mean, yes.
Yes, and then the other people at the restaurant that worked with him probably after, like, are right now are saying, oh, yeah, I should be in Bitcoin and crypto because I watched this guy who worked with me as a server, the same as I am, leave and go do better. I guess that would also be like the same for me and you, like when I worked at the sausage company.
Yeah, and all of my housekeeping people. Yeah,
right, and when we stopped working the 50 hours a week in order to just pay the rent, and it was like, oh yeah, we're leaving, we're moving, we're buying a place, we're buying land.
Yeah, I mean, I do remember when I was, yes, that they were like, wow, like those are some big moves, and it was like, dude, this shit, like, it has to happen, man. Like this should have happened so long ago. Woo. You just don't know. Keep being a supervisor. It's working so well for you.
So I can see that we definitely have to get a third coat of paint in here.
It also still smells like paint, which I don't even understand this at this point. But in the same aspect, it is just baking in the the driveway, I guess. So maybe. All right. Mike also said the sound sounds good.
All right. I'm glad it's not too tingy. I don't know how you can if you can hear the rain, because I mean it is raining heavily. I would say on a from 1 to 10, it is definitely a 6, 6.5, 7.
Yeah, it's a little Portland-like right now.
Yeah, you definitely have to have your wipers on medium to high.
I mean, usually in Florida we get weird rain, so when it actually is all encumbered in, that's when it'll like nobody knows how to act. Like our entire road will be flooded and everybody will be acting like dumbasses in like an hour. Yes.
I just love that the road just turns into a big slush pile out there.
It does. Okay, Zala said they can't hear the rain. Awesome.
Nice. Hey, this is why we got a bus instead of doing an RV. All right. I mean,
Raya says that your sound is good, but I sound a little bit quiet. Well, that's because the snowball is the farthest from me.
Yes.
But they can't hear the rain either, which is awesome because the snowball is actually closest to the door.
But I told you I want to get a table set up because we just have like a...
Oh, yeah, this was a flyby. We literally were at the normal spot, and it started raining on our head. And then we were like, so, bus? Yep, today's the bus. Today's the
the day we started. But I got one more little bit here about Jack Dorsey, Jay-Z depositing $500 in a Bitcoin fund for development.
Yep, everybody's flipping shit with this one, too. Oh, my God, Jay-Z. Oh, my God, Jack Dorsey.
We wanted stuff like this, though, for a long time, right? Remember, we kept talking about that. We used to be like, Bitcoin has no marketing department.
Yeah.
Well, now Bitcoin does have a marketing department. It's everybody who has millions of dollars who also own Bitcoin. They're like, yeah, we got to tell everybody about this so they can buy up the liquidity that's left because I already got a crap load of this. Because if they're giving out 500 Bitcoin, how many Bitcoin do they have? Right? You don't say, I have 5 apples here. Let me give you 4 so I can keep 1.
I mean, not unless they're,
yeah, Mother Teresa.
Yeah. I was going to say nuns, too. It's like, no. The clergy? Yeah, no. Ooh.
So is there anything you guys want to talk about? How are you guys feeling about the price of Bitcoin? Do you think we're going to have a pullback? Are we going to hit 50,000? Do you think it's going to be a mental barrier where people cash in and take profits? Or do you think that we're just going to hit it and then blow straight through it into the 60s or something crazy? I know that we have the stock to flow model calling for $100,000 in the next few months. So we've seen it be late, on the charts on how the stock to flow actually works out in real life. So of course we all have to ride this adventure together. It's been fun. Right. I'm glad that we're in it. I'm glad that I've made the choices I made. Of course, I've, made some mistakes along the way, but the success I've had has been great. And I want to continue to keep having success the way that we've been having it. And all it takes is hard work and dedication, continuing to dollar cost average, continuing to maintain that ideal of spending less and making more type things, and staying true to the cause here, and not getting in like the get rich quicks and the altcoins and the DeFis and all of the different stuff that somehow or another seem to lose a lot of people money.
I mean, it's just the bigger picture. Just span out. It's so much more than 50K right now or 100K in a year, or it's so much bigger. All right, so where are we at? MS Biddy says 50K will ignite a fire like nothing before. R. Afterman says that he doesn't know about up or down. He just dollar cost average weekly. That is what we do too.
Yeah, we're definitely getting back to that reoccurring buy. I was always kind of looking for dip. I kind of was looking for where I had extra money and didn't.
Okay, we were very every, and then we started thinking, and then it was, and okay, that doesn't work. It doesn't work. Because then that's when we started being like, should we buy extra? Should we buy less? What should we do? Why are we questioning? Don't question. All right, where are we at? Ooh. See, UK Bitcoin Investor says, don't try and guess. Just keep stacking stats as long as we can before the number goes up. And Zaza thinks that Zaza thinks that it is going to break 50K anytime now. Yeah.
I do too.
I do too.
I think that we're going to see great things this year. I think we're going to see great things into next year. I hope that it wakes more people up. You know, we can't do any more than what we've really been doing, because it does seem like everyone's, you needed to get Bitcoin, how it's going to do great stuff, how it's going to go up in value as money go up, number technology, right? We're smart enough to be here, right? We figured it out, and it's awesome, right? It just lets us know we're on the right path. Continue to keep collecting it. Retirement's going to be awesome. We're going to be able to stop stressing out about the problems, because we're going to be able to handle it, right? That's what I've always tried to say, is that problems just require money so that you can plug people into the problems to do the job that needs to be done.
Josh is here.
Josh, great. Awesome. I'm glad that you could join us. But unfortunately, I think we're winding it down here, Samantha. I know this battery doesn't hold very long. I didn't run a power cord out here.
Oh, you're right. It hasn't jingled at me yet, but we're probably close. He does say that his old dentist called him yesterday to talk about crypto. Oh,
nice.
I used to talk to him 4 years ago about it. Does this mean the bull run is over?
I mean, we're still not seeing the mass inflow of the mom and pop average everyday Walmart worker. Like, they're not here yet. So that's why people are talking about that this could be a bigger bull run than we've seen before, right? That this could not be, right, that he remembered, right, that he's woke up a little bit, that this would be his second time of hearing it.
Right. We're still using the funny gas on you. Were you just rambling? I mean, I think that there is still enough time for people to get in. I don't know how much longer it's going to be before it is going to be incredibly hard. I mean, just like how we're talking about dollar cost averaging. I mean, I know we used to get so much more for the same amount. We always buy the same amount. Like, you know what I mean? So but at some point, is it going to be that isn't even going to be a feasible way to obtain enough Bitcoin? Because I don't know.
I don't know, maybe we're just wrong. Maybe that's where we're going wrong with this thing. It's always going to be practical to buy Bitcoin. There's no such thing. There's never going to be a wrong time to buy Bitcoin, because Bitcoin is always going to be here. It is always going to be progressive, right? There is always the halvening. There's always going to be development. Eventually, if a Satoshi becomes worth too much, add more decimal places.
Oh yeah, millisatoshiness. Just prove all the way down. I mean, okay. Yes, that's the motto. We love you guys. Happy Valentine's Day.
Yep.
And it is always a good time to buy Bitcoin.
Take care of each other. Have a good one. Remember to keep that BTC safe. Later, guys.
Bye, guys.